This is one of the scariest stories that I've ever heard. It's terrifying and it happened in 2007, just a little over 14 years ago. It's known as the curse of the abandoned motel. Let's begin. It was a long weekend and Casey was looking for somewhere to stay for the night. She had a date with an old flame she hadn't seen in a long time. Her mom wasn't too fond of him, but she was older now and her mother didn't have a say in who she dated. She drove around, hoping to find a good place to stay. She finally found a Super 8 motel that had vacancies. She went to sleep that night without any problems. When she woke up, she went to the bathroom and saw blood dripping from the shower head. She thought that someone left the red dye from hair dye in the drain, and that's how it got there. But when she turned the water on, the blood started mixing with the water. That's when she realized what was going on. There was blood coming from inside the wall. She ran out of the motel room and down the hallway. When she tried to open the door to the next room, it wouldn't budge. She kept on walking until she came across a do not disturb sign hanging on a room. She knocked and someone opened the door. They looked at her strangely and asked if everything was okay. Casey told them about the blood coming from the shower head. The person looked at her like she was insane and closed the door. She called the front desk, but no one answered. She then called the police, who also said that they would look into the matter, but no one came by. Casey decided to check out and go back home. As she was getting her things together, she noticed a strange stain on the carpet that looked oddly familiar. It looked exactly like the blood that was all over the walls. She snapped a picture of it so she could show the authorities later. When she pulled the sheets back, she saw more blood. It was coming from the bed, and there was even more in the closet. She ran out of the room without paying. She jumped in her car and sped off. When she got home, she developed the photo she had taken of the carpet. She showed it to the police and told them what happened. The officers didn't believe her story, thinking that she was lying about the whole thing. She insisted that she wasn't lying and that she had proof. They told her that they would look into it further and let her know if they found anything. A few days passed and she never heard back from the cops. She called them and they told her that they couldn't find any evidence of her claims. She was desperate to get people to believe her, so she went to the media. The news picked up the story and suddenly everyone was talking about it. Some believed her while others thought that she was crazy. The owner of the motel told the police that he hadn't received any complaints about the room. He claimed that they cleaned the room thoroughly after every guest checked out. He wondered why no one said anything about the blood when they were staying there before. The police searched the room again and found nothing. The only evidence they found were the pictures of the carpet that she took. The motel owner told her that she could keep the pictures as a souvenir. He offered her free lodging at his motel whenever she wanted. She declined and demanded her money back. The motel owner gave her the money and sent her on her way. Months passed and the story was eventually forgotten about. The Super 8 motel continued to operate normally. One day, the motel owner decided to renovate the rooms. When the workers went to tear down the walls, they found something horrific. Behind the walls were dozens of bones. The workers immediately stopped what they were doing and called the police. The police returned to the motel and began investigating. They soon discovered that some of the bones belonged to missing persons. They arrested the motel owner and charged him with murder. He was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Do you believe Casey's story? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to hear another scary story, I'll link one in the description. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching. In our next story, an exorcist reveals the truth about demons. Father Vincent Lampert was an exorcist who worked in Germany. He performed around 60 exorcisms per year and was considered one of the best in the world. In an interview, he revealed disturbing facts about the underworld. He claimed that there are demons in every home, but we cannot see them. Sometimes these demons can be felt, but most of the time we remain oblivious to their presence. He claimed that demons can take over a person's body and control their actions. He stated that a demon can enter a person during birth or when the soul enters the body. He explained that sometimes the soul doesn't fully enter the person, leaving an entrance open for demons to come in. These people are usually born with certain illnesses. He said that sometimes a demon can take over a person simply by knocking on their shoulder. He shared a story about a young girl who visited a cemetery and became possessed. He said that demons gather near cemeteries because this is where souls pass through before reaching heaven or hell. According to Father Lambert, the girl who was possessed had a large hole in her chest where the demon had entered. He said that these types of possessions are rare. People don't realize that demons exist, so they ignore signs that something isn't right. By the time they figure out what's happening, it's too late, and the demon has complete control over them. He said that demons are drawn to people who visit cemeteries and those who practice witchcraft. He said that people who work in morgues or deal with dead bodies regularly often have problems with demons. He said that these people are surrounded by evil spirits every day, so they become vulnerable. He explained that when dealing with demons, it's important to remember that they're fallen angels. They once served God, but chose to follow Lucifer instead. They have powers beyond our comprehension and can easily defeat us if we aren't careful. He said that even though demons are dangerous, we shouldn't fear them. He said that Jesus Christ defeated Satan and all of his demons. We should put our faith in God and not be afraid. He said that people who don't believe in God are more susceptible to being possessed. He advised people to pray daily and seek God's help when dealing with demons. In another interview, he said that the devil is cunning and often disguises himself as an angel of light. He said that the devil can possess a person without them knowing it. He may use a person for years before revealing his true intentions. He said that these people are often used to spread evil and deceive others. He said that the devil has three main goals. The first goal is to cause as much suffering as possible. He wants people to sin and stray away from God. His second goal is to prevent people from reaching heaven. He wants people to live a life full of sin and go to hell when they die. His third goal is to gain power. He wants people to follow him and join his army of demons. He said that the devil will offer people power in exchange for their souls. He targets people who are greedy, selfish, and lustful. He said that most people are unaware of the devil's tricks and fall for his lies. After hearing these stories, do you think demons are real? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to hear another scary story, I'll link one in the description. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.